Marshall, thank you. You know, since 2009, Democrat Jared Polis has represented Colorado's 2nd congressional district, and this year, Republican Nic Morse hopes to put an end to that run. And Nic Morse is joining us here now, so welcome. And let's just start. You're a relative newcomer to the political scene here, so who are you? Where do you come from? What do you do?
So I'm from Larimer County. I actually live in Fort Collins. I graduated from Colorado State, and politically, where I've come from, I was the treasurer of the Larimer County Republican Party, and that led to this race that I'm in now. So that's about me. I have a wonderful wife, been married for 6 years, a 2-year-old daughter. And after being the treasurer in that position for so long, I decided I can make more of an impact than funding school board races or local city government races. So I threw my hat into the ring last November. We beat our opponent at the Congressional Assembly by 91 points, and that propelled me to where I am now in the general election.
So why you? Why this district?
Yeah, because it's the district I live in, obviously, so I want to run in the one that I live in. And why me versus Jared Polis? Because I don't support a corrupt system. One of the things that I took some flack for early on, Ann, was I'm right of center. So when it comes to social issues or moral issues, I believe it's very difficult to legislate morality. Now, we have a great justice system if someone steps across that, but I don't believe the government should overreach and try to preempt someone's freedom or ability to make their own decisions. And that's where Jared Polis and I differ. He is someone who supports, I believe, a corrupt candidate. I believe he supports a system that he has funded tens of thousands of dollars into to expand the government, and I am the complete opposite. That's part of the reason why I endorse Jack Graham.
So give me some specifics about what you do favor.
Yeah, so what I do favor, student loans, student education is really important to me. Obviously, I'm more close to that than Jared Polis is because of my age. And I have a 3-step system that actually tackles the meat of this issue, not just pays for a couple $100s off your books. We want to provide more alternative funding for students who maybe are craftsmen or tradesmen, agrarians, metal workers. We also want to provide tax credits for businesses that help fund or pay back their student loans for recent college graduates they hire. And then I also want to give students the ability to pay their loans out of their gross income instead of their net income. That helps them a ton when you graduate from college, because as you know, normally you don't get the dream job right away. You have to work your way up. So we need to work with those people to help lower that bubble and take care of that problem.
Okay, what other issues?
Yeah, so when it comes to that's the one that I spoke about. Also, I'm a strong Second Amendment supporter. Jared Polis has come out over the last 2 executive orders and been strongly against the freedom of the Second Amendment. He had a town hall a few months ago where he said he's doubling down on gun control, and I am against that.
So you want to leave it as is?
Yes, I don't think there should be any restrictions. I think that's evident in the Second Amendment. There should be no law infringing upon the right to bear arms, and so we need to respect that.
I know one of the issues that Colorado voters get to talk about in November is the minimum wage. I know you've talked about something on your website where you say a fair wage.
Yes.
Does that mean you would support something like that?
Yeah, so that's actually not on my
wage?
website, actually, but I do support a living wage. I think that is necessary.
That's how it's worded, yes.
Now,
what does that mean?
Where is it at? I'm not sure. I mean, when you look at the standard of living in Fort Collins versus Los Angeles, right, we know those are different systems. So I support a system where you can pay your bills. Now, does that mean you're going to get everything you want? No, we have to be able to provide what you need. And I think we should provide a wage for employees or people who are looking for jobs that allow that.
But raising minimum wage?
I'm not there yet.
Okay.
Right now, where we're at in the economy, it would cause certain job losses that I think could be avoided.
You say that states should have more control over schools and education. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, so right now, if you look at the state budget, I think last year was $26 or $27 billion that Colorado had, and 45% of that is controlled by the federal government. And a large portion of that, if you want to receive grants or funding for special education or child nutrition, the federal government says you have to do X, Y, and Z. Now, what they're trying to do, and I'm sure we have all these different STEM schools or public schools or charter schools or magnet schools. These are all different learning systems. And so we need to allow these schools, instead of saying every school gets $10, hypothetically, if one school can use that money better or a different or alternative way, we need to allow them the freedom to do that. Not everyone learns the same. Some are visual, some are audio, and we need to customize a learning platform a little bit. I know we can't do it for everyone uniquely because it gets really expensive, but we need more freedom in that.
Do you support Donald Trump? Will you vote for Donald Trump?
I am.
We have 1 minute left. What is it that you would like to say to voters in this district that has leaned Democrat for years?
Well, I want them to know that I'm a new brand of Republican. I think I'm a new era of Republican, where we bend libertarian, I think is a better way to say it, because we think you should be free. We think you should live the life that you want, and I support that. Fiscally, I'm conservative. I believe in a forward defensive posture militarily, and I believe we should have a surplus budget so we could pay down our debt. These are all things that I'm in complete contrast with Jared Polis, and that is what I'd like people to take away from this.
Nic Morse, thank you so much for joining us
you, Ann.
today. Appreciate it, and we'll be right back.